同学们好.
老师好。
Thank you, Rebecca. Great to see everybody, and also the folks who will be on YouTube. So this is class 12, the 1st of February. So we're in the fourth chunk of the third section. So we're getting close to the end. We'll finish this month, and then we'll spend March doing reviews. Each month, each week in March, we'll do another chunk of the fourth section. So we'll do 4 review classes. That was sort of the takeaway from our meeting after the class last week. So everybody who showed up wanted to, yeah, let's do lots of reviews. So we'll do that. So today we are going to continue. We did Step Up 7 Stars last week. Today we're going to do Step Back and Ride the Tiger. But let us begin with our fundamental practice, or one of the fundamentals, which is standing practice. So we'll start shoulder width apart, feet parallel. Arms rounded in front of your chest, bend the knees. And we'll spend a couple of minutes here, and then we'll do a couple of minutes in empty stance, since Step Back, Ride the Tiger is empty stance. So here, this is about getting our body posture right that will help us breathe naturally into the abdomen. So first, begin by checking your posture, and let's do them in pairs. So feel the head pushing up, the top of the head pushing up, and at the same time, feel your shoulders sinking and your elbows dropping. So the top of the head is going up, everything above the neck is going up, and everything below the neck is sinking down, hanging like silk on a hanger. Now let's do the back. So round the back, absorb the chest, and at the same time, feel your waist relaxing, so your hips dropping. So this should be a way to open your back from left to right horizontally, but also open and extend the back from up to down. And once we've established this, pay attention to your breathing. So mouth naturally closed, teeth gently touching, tongue against the roof of the mouth, and you're just breathing naturally in and out through the nose, if that's available to you today. And as you breathe in, feel your abdomen expanding. And as you breathe out, abdomen contracts. And so when we absorb the chest and relax the waist, that's about the diaphragm, so that we get our body in a posture where, as we breathe in, the diaphragm can move down, which means the abdomen opens up. And then as we breathe out, the diaphragm rises and the abdomen contracts. And so let's do another 30 seconds here. So head up, shoulders sinking, elbows dropping, absorb the chest, round the back, relax the waist. Feel the weight on your feet, even the same amount on the balls and the heel, maybe a little bit more on the ball, and then even on the inside and the outside as well. And relax. Now let's do an empty stance. So perform an empty stance. Back foot to the corner, front foot to straight. Arms rounded in front. I'm in a ball touch here. Turn your chest to the side, but keep your nose to the front. And so here we're going to do the checks again. Feel the head going up, everything below the neck sinking down, shoulders down, elbows down. Chest absorbed, so feel that pull from your elbows across your spine, and drop the hips down. So you want your hips over the full leg, over the supporting leg. Let's change to the other side. So put the other foot 45 degrees to the corner, center line to side, ball touch, open the chest to the corner, but nose straight to the front. Fold slightly at the hip crease so that you have 30% on the front foot. And see what your breathing is like. Because we don't spend a lot of time still in this posture, it takes a bit longer to actually find that easy, natural breathing, the abdomen expanding and contracting. And that's the kind of breathing that we want everywhere in our form when we're moving, also when we're standing. And stop. And most of us don't have time to do these exercises every day. One of the things that I quite enjoy when I remember is when I'm walking, just go out for a walk. Just when I'm walking, just think, okay, is my head up? Are my shoulders down? The chest is my waist relaxed? So you can actually practice this, or you can practice it when you're standing in line. You can practice it in all sorts of places. So Tessie has joined us. Hey, Tessie, and Judy is with us as well. Hey, Judy, great to see you. You're up, vertical. It's always a good thing to be said for being vertical. Good. So let us practice the form together. We are not going to do the first chunk of the second section. We are going to start with the second one. So we've started going in that direction. So we've done Parting Wild Horses Mane, Fair Lady Work Shuttles, and we're back to single whip. So from single whip, we're going to go into the second chunk, which is cloud hands, snake creeps down. So in single whip. Third section, second chunk, cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, 'Single whip. Snake creeps down. Golden rooster stands on one leg. 1, 2, 'Step back, repulse monkey. 1, 2, 3, diagonal flying. Raise hands. Step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left brush knee. Needle at C bottom. Fan through the back. Turn body. White snake spits out its tongue. Step forward, parry, block, and punch. Step up, grassbird's tail. Roll back. Press. Push. single whip. And this is the end of the second chunk. Now the third chunk, which is cloud hands, high pat on horse. Cloud hands. 1, 2, 3. Single whip. High pat on horse. Thrust palm. Turn body. Cross kick. Step forward. Punch to the groin. Step up. Grass bird's tail. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. This is the end of the third chunk, going into the fourth chunk. No cloud hands, snake creeps down, 7 stars. So, snake creeps down. Step up, 7 stars. And stop. So, let us practice again. I will turn around. We'll just do the third chunk and the beginning of the fourth chunk, which is what we did last week. So we're going to not do the cloud hands, snake creeps down. We're going to start with cloud hands, high pat on horse. And this is now going to be my south direction, my 12 o'clock direction. So we're in single whip. The third chunk, which is cloud hands, high pat on horse. Cloud hands. Two. Three. High pat on horse. Thrust palm. Turn body. Cross kick. Step forward, punch to the groin. Step up, grass bird's tail. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. That's the end of the third chunk, which now takes us into the fourth chunk. No cloud hands, but going into snake creeps down. So, snake creeps down. Step up to 7 stars. And stop. Okay. How's that? Anybody have any questions? Go ahead, Judy.
I think we forgot a golden rooster on our first run through.
Oh, did we?
I think we only did, maybe my brain wasn't right, but I think we only did the right. We didn't the left, and then I got kind of confused.
Yes, I apologize for that. Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if other people.
Well, it's quite possible because I'm actually working on 2 other forms which have various permutations of which side you start golden rooster and how many step back repulse monkeys you do. And so I do get lost. So good catch. Good catch. Any other points? Okay. So what I'd like to do is to watch you practicing, and let's just see if there's things that we need to review. Just a few things I want to talk about. The one actually is something that happens quite a lot, and it's the transition after we've done, for example, punch to the groin. If we've done punch to the groin, we've got a transition to grass bird's tail. It's very similar to after we've done parry, block, and punch. It's a very similar one. So let's review that. And what I want to just draw your attention to is how our arms are opening and closing. So we've done punch to the groin. Let's see, I'm not sure which. So we've done the right heel kick, punch to the groin. So we're in a left bow stance, punching to the groin here with a punch with the right hand. So one, lift your body, lift your torso, both arms come up to about, a bit further than halfway. Then open the left toe. The left arm is going to go into ward off, and the right arm is going to open with the fist diagonally downwards. Then we're going to shift the weight onto the left foot. The arms are going to close, heel touch, and grass bird's tail. So let me do it from this direction. Punch to the groin. Okay. So what I want you to pay attention to is what your arms are doing. So we've done punch to the groin here. Straighten up your torso, the arms come up halfway. Open both arms, left arm goes left, right arm goes right. You can see that my right palm is on this diagonal. My left palm is connecting out, my left toe is out. Then I'm going to circle my right arm under as my left arm turns over, close and step, ward off, right. Yes. So let's do that together again, one more time. So we've done punch to the groin. Shift back weight, lift the arms. Open the toe, both arms open, left to the left, right to the right. Now open the right palm, circle the right arm under the left arm as you step through heel touch. Then as you move forward, the right arm comes up into ward off right. Very nice. Yep. And as in that final position, what I want you to do is just check your stance. Upper arm is in line with the thigh. Check your bow stance, that your hip is centered between your heels, so that you're not over to this side, hips centered, and that you have a nice shoulder width between your feet. So close the back foot so that it's parallel to the front, bring it forward, check the width. I can see, right now I can see 0 feet. So I'll take your word for it. Actually, no, I can see 2, 4. Okay. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want to talk about, again, this is, Tessie, did you have a question? Now I see you sideways. Yes, that's going to be quite a challenge. Doesn't matter. Um, okay. The transition from push to single whip. This is something we do over and over again in the form. And so it's worth paying a little bit of attention to the details. So we've done push. So right foot forward in a bow stance, push. One, we're going to start shifting back, weight, flatten the palms. Two, we're going to pull with the left hand. And at this point, you can see that I have offset my arms. My arms are in this position. So my left elbow is bent. My right is still straight. Then from here, I'm going to go across. Here, my arms are parallel. I'm going to go all the way to the left. When I get to the left, you can see my right elbow is bent. So one of the things some of us are doing when we come around here is you're doing what I call zombie arms. Your arms are just parallel all the way around. So what I want you to think about is flatten the palms. You're pulling with the left hand, so the left elbow bends. The forearms are parallel, but the arms are offset. Then they come to here, arms are now parallel. Then the right elbow starts bending as you go to the other side. Let's just do that together one more time. We're in push. 1, start shifting back, flatten the palms. 2, pull with the left. You're coming to the left-hand side, arms parallel in the front. And when they're to the left, your right elbow is bent. Now pushing a little bit down as you come around, make a hook, step into single whip. And the last thing I want us to check, it's really hard for me to know, but make sure that your torso is vertical. Sometimes my torso isn't vertical. Sometimes I can blame the camera, but sometimes I can't. So that it's really easy. It's really tempting to be like this because we think about this strike, but there's also a strike on this side. So make sure that your hips are level. Drop your right hip so that your torso is vertical here. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yep, we've done that. All right. High pattern horse thrust palm. That's looking pretty good. One of the things I just wanted to check here. So we're in a left bow stance, single whip. High pattern horse. Shift back, wait. Sit the right palm. The foot is still flat. Sit back, your right palm in front of the hip, and strike forward. So your right arm is bent. It's a circle, and it's striking in the straight direction. The left arm, I'll do it this way. I want to focus on where the left arm has ended up. High pattern horse here. So the left hand, it's sort of a Goldilocks position. What I've noticed is sometimes, actually that looks good, Dieter. Some of us tend to be low, and some of us, I think, tend to be a bit high. So it's actually sort of in the middle. So it's not down here, which is where we usually are. For example, when we do step back repulse monkey, it's down here. But for high pattern horse, it's here. That looks great, Marion. Yep. And that looks good, Tessie, as well. So, yep, Judith, that looks good. Then from here, this way around, high pattern horse. Thrust palm. Just a reminder, we step out into a bow stance and we thrust forward. The right palm is under the left forearm. Don't have space here. Make sure it's nice and close to your upper arm. The other thing to pay attention to is you want your chest open a little bit to the side. Your right forearm is actually square. That's a good way of checking that your chest is in the right direction. As you come through here, your right forearm is square to the side. Okay. So we're going to talk about, oh yes, one more before we review last week's thing. Snake creeps down. What I want to remind you of is the left arm movement. It actually makes a circle like this. So it comes in, goes down to the hips, and then goes down the legs. Some of us, it looks like you're just going down like this without coming in first. This coming in is actually somebody's grabbing you, you actually pull them in. So let's do that together. We've done, okay, we're in single whip. So snake creeps down. 1, open the back foot. 2, shifting back your weight, pull back the left hand. 3, sinking your weight, left hand to the hips. 4, going forward, left hand down the leg. Yeah, very nice. Yes. One of the things I want you to check is that your bow stance is wide enough here that it's a standard bow stance. Some of us tend to have a little bit of a narrow bow stance. So let's start with single whip and just check your bow stance width. When you start, is your bow stance wide enough? Yeah, that's nice, Tessie. That's great. Okay, that will make it easier to go down. So 1, open the back foot. 2, shift back weight, left hand in, sink down, left hand down, go forward, left hand forward. You're looking sort of 2 or 3 yards ahead of you here. Okay. A couple of other things I just wanted to, just a sort of a general sense. One of the things that was really nice watching you, we talk about the essential principles. And actually the first one, it's almost always the first one when we do standing practice, we say head up. And that's sort of about, your posture of your head. But it's also that particular essential is about showing your spirit, actually expressing your confidence. And that's something I can really see in everybody's practice is how determined you are. And that really is showing spirit. I mean, everybody is like in there doing it, and it really shows, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. So well done. That's really great. Okay, so we're going to go into talking about 7 stars, reviewing that from last week. Before I do that, any questions? Okay, so 7 stars. So this will be the front of the room. Step up 7 stars. We've done snake creeps down to here, and let's just assume we've come up to here. This is like 0. So step up 7 stars. 1 is open the left toe, pull with the left hand. 2, shift forward your weight, bring forward the right foot and the right palm and under the ribs here. Start making fists. 3, step through, touch with the toes, arms crossed. 4, extend forward. Yeah, last week when I taught this, I taught it with a 3 count, but one of the things I want to make sure that we pay attention to this week is the extension at the end. So I'm breaking the last one into 2 parts. So let's do that again. So we've come up out of single whip. So we've done step 0. Yeah, let's do it this way around. So 1, shift back slightly, open the left toe, pull with the left hand. 2, shift weight forward, drop the right arm, bring the right foot past the left. 3, step through, arms cross, touch with the ball of the foot, and then at the end, once you're here, extend your upper body forward and straighten your arms slightly. There's a couple of things I want to talk about that I noticed. One is the arm movement from the hook. So the arm is going to come down, and actually it's just the elbow is bending, and then it's going to strike out. So essentially it's down and out. It's not this way around. The right elbow bends and strikes out. When we finish, pay attention to where we cross our arms. Some of us are actually quite close to the wrists. It's actually like the forearms, not the middle of the forearms, like where we do cross arms, a bit closer to the wrists. But you can actually see wrist here. It's not like this, it's like this. And I think everybody's pretty good, looking pretty good. You want to have a slight angle in your wrist here, so it's not straight line across here. There's a slight angle showing the punch. Yep, that looks good. Now let's talk about the footwork and that extension at the end. We've done snake creeps down to here. We've come up. This is 0, so we're back into single whip. 1, open the left toe, pull with the left hand. 2, bend that right elbow, step through, touch with the toe, now extend forward. What I want you to pay attention to is that actually as you come in, your right elbow will bend. So this fist is going to come closer to your chest. You're going to cross here. Once you've established root with your right foot, extend forward a bit. This is actually somebody's striking towards you and you're deflecting them up and out. But, and this is the big but, when I say extend forward, it's the upper body, not the lower body. So our closing posture is an empty stance. Remember, with the empty stance, our hip is over the full leg, which is the back leg, which is the right leg. There's 30% here on the front, which we get from moving the torso forward, but we don't move the hip forward. So don't, when you root here, move your hips forward, just move your upper body forward and straighten the arms. Any questions about that? Okay, Marion.
Yeah, I just want to review the right arm angle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm one of those that's been coming down in more of an arc, I think.
Yeah.
So if I bend my elbow, I just bring it in and it's down. The angle is down. So
No, yeah, okay. So let's put a fine point on that. So when your fist comes here, it's already ready to punch. So it's already sitting.
right.
It's not like this. It's like this. And the angle is diagonal this way.
Okay.
So it's coming down, make a fist at the ribs, and then punch up.
Okay. I think all I knew about it was like middle of the body. So I haven't been bending it in that way.
Yeah.
I don't think. So it feels a little high.
Yeah.
My whatever waist area higher than I'm used to.
It's actually, I think, pretty much the same height when we do high pat on horse on the other side. It's this height. It's your midriff.
I don't think I knew that. Okay. Okay.
And the other thing to think about, and we'll see this in the movement where we're going to start doing in a moment, which is Strike Tiger. We try and have the face of the fist going in the direction that we're going to punch. So I think about the wind in your face, right? as you're going up like this. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Good question. Any other questions? Okay, the next movement we're going to do is we've done step up to 7 stars. It's called step back and ride the tiger. So I will demonstrate that. So we start here, step back, open, and ride the tiger. So we're starting in 7 stars, step back, pull open, circle up, step back and ride the tiger. Now, there's a lot in this that's familiar, and there are 1 or 2 delicious things that are new. So what's familiar, 90%, is the footwork. So we are starting in 7 stars. We're going to step behind us, center line 2 sides, so the right foot is to the corner, and shift our weight back the same way we do with step back repulse monkey. So the stepping behind us, let me just use this just to belabor the point. We're starting here. We're going to step behind so that this line is, my heels are on either side of this line. And so that's the same kind of stepping we do in step back repulse monkey. There's a couple of things that are different. So when we've done step back repulse monkey, you remember we start with a heel. So we've got our forward heel down. Here it's a ball. So the starting position is not heel down, it's ball down. We're going to step. And here we're going to, in fact, rather than just pivot on the heel and bring the foot to the front, we're going to pick it up and do a ball touch, because we're going to end up ball touch. So let's just do the footwork together. So we're starting, we've done 7 stars. So we're in an empty stance, right foot forward, left foot to the corner, ball touch. Step behind you, center line 2 sides, put the right foot down. Shift your weight back, pick up the foot, put down the ball. Again. So we're in the ball touch with the right foot. Step back, center line 2 sides, put the right foot down, shift back, pivot on the heel, pick it up, put it down. That's the footwork. Now, so let's work with that. The arm movements. We've done 7 stars, so we've got our arms crossed, right arm in front of the left. So what we're going to do, as we step back, we're going to rotate the arms. And so I am not mirroring you. If anybody would like me to mirror, just say so and I'll mirror. But what we're going to do is we're going to rotate. The right palm is going to be palm up. The left palm is going to be palm down. And I'm going to rotate from the center of my body to the right. And the way to check that you've gone far enough is that your right arm is in line with the shoulder towards the front. So you're going to rotate to the side. You do this as you step back. So we've done 7 stars. 1, step back, rotate the arms. 2, shifting your weight back, pull the right arm down and open the chest. In this position, your left arm is still protecting the front of your body. So you've gone from, so we're here, step back, arms to the side, pull back. You can see the right arm goes down, but the left arm is still protecting my side. Then one arm is going to go down, and one arm is going to go up. So the left one is going to go down, and the right is going to go up. This ending posture is very familiar to you, I'm sure. It looks just like white crane. But we get there in a slightly different way, and that's important. So if you recall white crane, so for example, we did raise hands, right? So we did raise hands. White crane, we had our arms crossed, and then one went up and one went down, right? Now, your left arm is pretty much the same. It's starting with a fist rather than palm open, but it's going to come down to here. That's the same. But the right hand, so with white crane, it started down here and went up. Here, we've pulled back, and the right fist is by your right hip. What you're going to do now is you're going to come up this way. Oh, let me go. Yeah, I wish I had a zoom. So your fist is pointing more or less forward here. It's going to rotate down. It's going to go down, and then it's going to circle up. Remember what I was saying about keeping your fist facing the direction of motion. So circles down, and then the fist face comes up. Starting from here, circles down, fist face comes up, and just before you get to the top, you open your hand. And this is your ending posture. If you want to think about, yeah, let's do that a couple of times, and then we'll talk about the body movement. So we are in 7 stars. So 1, step back, rotate the arms. Your right arm is in line with your right shoulder. 2, shift back the weight, pull the right arm down. Left arm is protecting the front of your body. You've pivoted your left foot, so your left foot is now to straight. 3, left arm circles down, right arm circles up. Change your footwork from heel to ball, and you're in white crane. Again. So we've done 7 stars. 1, rotating the arms, step back, center line to side, put the foot flat. 2, pull down with the right arm to the hip. 3, change footwork with the right arm circles down, comes up just before you get to the end. Make your hands. And those hands all look really nice. I was checking the lower hands. Everybody, all the hands I can see are really right, really nice, because we want that hand just here. And everybody's got that. So I think it would make sense now to actually talk about the application. Then we'll see if there are questions and do some fine tuning. This application is very similar to an application that you know. I mean, this is the 3rd section, right? So this is themes and variations. We did all the themes in the earlier part. We're doing variations. So, for example, if you think about a parent closing up. So I've done parry, block, and punch. So somebody grabs me here. What I'm going to do is I shuttle my arm under here and strip. So essentially what I'm doing, the energy point, so this is what this passing palm does. It changes the energy point. Susan, the energy point here is where Susan is holding my wrist. I shuttle under and pull down. Now the energy point is there and I control it. So I've changed control, and I've done it by shuttling under. One can also do it by shuttling over, and that's what we're going to do here. So here, Susan's grabbed me, I'm going to shuttle over. So instead of the hand going underneath, here, the hand is going on top. And actually, I want to show you the other parts of the movement. So Susan has grabbed me here. I'm going to, let's say I was here, she grabs. I'm going to pull. take her to the side here, and then strike to the head. So actually this arm, remember you started here, turned over, this left arm that comes down, you're actually pulling your opponent down. And as they come down, you're sort of sending them a farewell message here. The other thing, which is this might be something you can try with if you have a partner at home, but like with all these applications, be very careful. This turning over and pulling down, I can actually, if somebody grabs my wrist, I can release that grab just by pushing down. Have somebody try this, and you'll feel here, this actually is a wrist lock. I'm pressing down here, and this is why we're pulling down. So we're pulling down to help release this and then punching up. Okay. Thank you, Susan. So let us practice that again a few times, and then we'll start adding some fine points to it. So we'll start in 7 stars. So we're in an empty stance, right foot forward, arms crossed, right arm in front. Step back, ride the tiger. 1, rotate the arms, step back, center line to side. 2, pull to the side. 3, arms circle, 1 up, 1 down. Ball touch as the hands open. Again, we're in an empty stance, right foot forward, left foot to the corner, arms crossed. 1, rotate the arms, step back. 2, pull down. 3, circle up. Again, empty stance, right foot forward, 7 stars. 1, step back, rotate the arms. 2, pull down with the right, connect out with the left. Circle up and down. Root with the left, arms up. Okay. So, things to be clear about. The first thing that we haven't talked about yet is your body direction. What's your body doing? Usually, we've got lots of muscles around our torso, and we can get a lot of power there, more power than we have in our shoulders. So that's why we actually turn the body to make things work. So what I want you to pay attention to this time is how we're where our body turn is. So we're starting 7 stars. Our chest is to the front. Our chest is square. As we step behind and pull, you can see my chest is now open. Actually, it's more than corner. My chest is open more than corner. I'm going to change footwork, and I'm going to finish, and my chest is back to the square, back to square. So my chest has actually gone from this position to this position and then back to this position. And the reason it's done that, and let's just combine it with what we've learned. 1, step back and strip. So this strip, I'm using my body turning to release. Now I'm using body turning the other direction to do the strike. That's the first fine point. The second one is, you remember I said the stepping is like step back, repulse monkey. I was 90% truthful. It's not exactly like step back, repulse monkey, because when we start in 7 stars and we step back, I want you to put your back foot down. Just put it straight down. Don't go heel, ball, toe. Just step back and root immediately and then open. What you might recall is when we do step back, repulse monkey, I'll do it this way around. We go step back. When the toe touches, the arm is out. And then as the arm comes in, the foot flattens. again. So as we toe touch, arm to the side, foot flattens, arm in, and then strike. With strike tiger, I want you to just put your foot down and go. So it's a more abbreviated movement. Let's do that a few more times. So we're in 7 stars. Right foot forward, empty stance. 1, step back, center line to sides, rotate both arms. Check. Your right palm is up, your left palm is down, your right arm is in line with your shoulder. 2, pull back. Check, you've pivoted, your left foot is pointing to the front, your chest is open. 3, circle the arms. Check that your right arm circle, it's going to make a nice big circle up. When you're finished, shoulders down, elbows down. It's really easy for us to hike our shoulder up, so shoulders down, elbows down. Again, empty stance, right foot forward in 7 stars. 1, rotate both arms, step back, center line, 2 sides. 2, pull down with the right, open the chest. 3, circle the right up, pull the left down, root, and arms over the head, shoulders down, elbows down. 1 more. Step back, ride the tiger. 1, step back, rotate both arms, center line, 2 sides, foot flat immediately. 2, pull back with opening the chest and pivoting on the left heel. 3, circle up and pull down and protect your head. That's looking really nice. Okay. Any questions? Yes.
At the end, where's the strike? I guess that's something from White Crane too. It looks both
Yes.
look defensive.
Yeah. So we don't actually keep fists. And I don't know why the founders decided to do that. It's been like this since at least Yang Chengfu, where this is we do it with fists, but we end with the hands open. Yeah, I don't have a reason for that. I can't give you a reason for that. I'm sure there is one, but I don't know it. Okay? Good. So let me quickly do a few announcements. So those are the announcements. Let us practice from the beginning of the let us practice from the beginning of the 4th chunk, the movements we did last week and the movement that we did this week. So we're starting in single whip. This is the 4th chunk, so there's no cloud hands. We're going to go straight into snake creeps down. So snake creeps down. Step up, 7 stars. Step back, ride the tiger. Let's do that again. We have 1.5 minutes, so we can get a few more in. So we're in single whip. Snake creeps down, yield forward slightly, open the back foot. Shifting back your weight, pulling the left hand, sinking left hand to the hip. Going forward, left hand down the left leg, looking about 3 yards ahead. Step up to 7 stars. 1, shift your weight forward, close the back foot to the corner. 1, open the left toe, pull with the left hand. 2, step through, right hand to the ribs, punch, and then extend your upper body at the end. Step back, ride the tiger. 1, rotate both arms. Step back, full foot flat. Pull with the right arm. Body opens to the left, pivot the left heel. Now circle up with the right, pull down with the left, root with the left foot, and white crane. Let's do it on the other side. We're in single whip. And I hope my torso is vertical. Snake creeps down, yield forward, open the back toe, shift back, pull in the left hand, sink down, left hand down, go forward, left hand forward. Step up to 7 stars, shift forward, open the left toe, grab with the left hand, right hand drops to the ribs and punches through, root, extend forward. Step back, ride the tiger, step back, rotate the palms, pull down, open the chest, circle up the right, and protect your head. And let's stop there. Thank you so much for being with me. I will miss you next week, but I hope to see you all next week. And if anybody can stay for like 2 minutes afterwards, I'd really appreciate it. Let's close class. 同学们，再见。
老师再见。